Good morning. I get asked a lot on an email about our community newsletter, how we create it, how we've monetized it, how we go about this process. It's not as difficult as people think, and so instead of trying to answer everybody one at a time, I decided to go ahead and make a video. Um, we'll start here. This is our Mailchimp account. We do pay for it. It's very nominal amount given the amount of revenue. As you can see down here, these are the last 5 emails we put out, which is the newsletter. So we're going to go ahead and just duplicate it. Uh, Once you set up your template and you put out your first one, then you can just replicate for the next one, so it goes pretty quick. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to go and start making some changes here for today's newsletter. So we're going to catch the name and the volume number. And we're on Monday. Today's the 10th. Okay, I'm going to copy that because I need it in a few places, so all of this stays the same. This here is going to get changed to the new one. So there we go. It's that easy. I'm going to send it as soon as I'm done, but you can schedule. Okay, we will be changing this, but we won't do that until the end. And we're going to run over here and edit the design of this thing. This is very easy to use. Takes a little bit of learning, but doesn't take long to do it. We're going to first off is go ahead and change out. Oop, so that tells me I know I have a little typo in there, and when I go back I'll fix it. Alright, we're going to delete all of the stuff we had for Friday out of here. So get on to the part that the publishers like while I'm deleting here is how much are these ads. The ads are currently being billed at $50 a week. So on a 4-week month, obviously you're seeing $200, $250 at a 5-week. Of course, the sales attraction to this is that it's being emailed out to subscribers every day. I'd have to go check and see, but I think we're at 1900 or something of that nature. The one I had in center was over 6,000, I think. This one's newer than that one, so all right, we do have a new football contest, so our results come out on Monday morning and they are up, so we'll go ahead and make those changes real quick. We'll get to that in a minute. Are you sending me a new community calendar? Okay, so I'm working with a partner over here, which is my wife. She's actually assembling all the stuff we need. Okay, today is the 10th, so we know we can kill that off. And we should have some more to add to this. I like to at least get a week in here, so she'll be sending it. So we're good here. We're ripped and stripped, as I like to call it. And we're going to just start building the new one. How we do that is we go to my email. And we're going to run down here, and I'm looking for the one that's going to catch me or catch their attention at the top. Which one? What do you like for a lead here? Looks like we should be starting. What does the volunteer fire department got here? So there's a good photo. That's a good catch. Okay, this is going to be quick here. All right, I'm going to pause for a second while I set up a second window for you guys to see what I'm about to do next. Okay, so what you're looking at now is my list of ChatGPT commands. I also use the bottom as a pasteboard. So I have different ones set up. Just a photo cut line, announcements, staff articles, submitted articles, and stuff I write, sports articles, and help wanted or classified ads. ChatGPT is not to be used, in my opinion, and you guys do not flame me for this. everyone to each his own on AI. You're going to catch where I'm going to use it in ways you may not, and that's just the way it is. You can use it any way you want to, and so can I. So, no flaming me or jumping up my butt. The newsletter is designed to be informative and quick. This should not take up a whole lot of anybody's time to do, but accuracy still counts, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so she's given me this much information. So we're going to run over to ChatGPT, and I'm going to hide my command window now that you've seen it. Okay, and I'm going to paste that in, and then I'm going to run the photo cut line. Okay, and you're going to see me pasting these in, so you'll see the commands I'm using for ChatGPT. And here I'm going to make some changes. Okay, I don't think I have enough for 75 words. And then I'm going to throw the photo in here as well so that ChatGPT can see what I'm talking about. And I'm going to hit send. While I'm doing that, and I'm not going to run through Photoshop and how to edit photos. I'm going to assume that you guys have that down already. So hold on, let me edit this photo and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So I'm going to copy this right here. And I'm going to run over here and I'm going to do my first intro. Now I use break lines for just about everything, so stuff goes in between it. I'm going to need an image slot as soon as I grab one, and I do this so that I don't look so foolish here. There we go. I got an image. I want a header on this thing. Okay, and then I want a paragraph on it. Alright, I'm going to paste my copy, and I change this because I don't like the look of that. Okay, my headlines are always the same size, 32. You should always read, by the way. Always read. Never don't read. I'll tell you what, since we put our header, we're going to take our header off of here. Let's take it where we have it. Okay, take out extra spaces. They just really create ugliness when you hit emails. And that's our first news story. Now I know that this ad is good because I've already done it. So ads, I stretch across. Photos, I do not. Sometimes I'll make them a little bit bigger than that though. There we go. And you can change all kinds of settings here. Okay, so I'm not really going through all of them, but that looks pretty good. Okay, now we'll fetch our next story. So we have our calendar right here. I'm going to take it, and I'm only going to go to, if you do not do a community calendar, folks, I'm sure you all do, but now we're going to run over to this, to ChatGPT, and we're going to say clean this up. And it's going to reformat my calendar for me. I don't need the headers, I just need the copy. Now sometimes cutting and pasting straight in from GPT does not work out, so I don't want you to think that that's always what I'm doing. I'm actually got my text file over here, and I'll show you how I do this. But I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go ahead and show you my command window. Alright, down here at the bottom, I'm going to paste. Now, once I do that, it actually will fix any spacing errors that I have, and now I can use it. So we're going to run down here and select that, paste that, and if it comes in goofy, it's fine, we can fix it. I don't use whatever font that was, Helvetica. Okay, I prefer Arial, it looks nicer. Minimum font size 16, very important. It becomes very hard to read, so 16 is what you want. Alright, so we're going to run over here and do another one. We're going to fix the what's for lunch. I'm actually going to pull this off so you guys won't be seeing the list, but it's because I run a cut and paste on this and you'll see it as I work. Okay, so if you're wondering, the benefits of what's for lunch is each one of these restaurants are paying $2.50 a day. Oop, there's a little mess up right there. Uh, so, you know, what, $12.50 a week, whatever. It's really not that. It's not that that's important. Obviously, getting paid for what we do is very important, but this serves the community. They absolutely love what's for lunch because they make decisions based on their morning newsletter where they're going to go eat. So Mondays are very important for Robertson County because, as you can see, a lot of places are closed. So I'm going to change this to Arial and 16 because my pasting changed up on me. It wasn't the same stuff. Okay, and Arial. There we go. That's it. That takes care of what's for lunch for the day. So we're going to slide that back over here and we're going to lose it. All right. Okay, so we have a nice, by the way, if you're wondering, that was generated by ChatGPT. I can tell by looking at it. When you use ChatGPT, I can't even talk this morning. When you use it, you get really good at seeing it. So this is going to be an announcement article. So I'm going to take my announcement, copy it, then I'm going to hide that. I didn't realize I left that up. There we go. Now you're back to where we are. Okay. I'm going to paste the command ahead of the story, and we're going to hit it. Now it looks like all of the information was given to me and there wasn't anything on here, but while that's working, I'm actually going to cut the graphic down because I'm not running that whole graphic, it's too big. But I am going to run this as the second story. So in this case, we're just going to need the image that I just cropped up, and y'all will see the new cropped image in just a second. I'm letting ChatGPT do its thing, and when I come back, I'm going to read it. Perfect. Okay. Now these commands that I have are, this one is going to be Arial, and when you have this situation where I leave it all in one, I just highlight that and run over here and do that, and we're done. Now I don't like weird headline cut-ups, so I try to make them a little better. Take out the extra spaces and you're good to go. I know that that's a good ad. These are all good, so we don't have to worry about that. Get the junk mail out of the way. Cowgirls, they should be having an event. Okay, believe it or not, we actually already have this, but I want to show you one. This is just going to be an announcement, so I'm copying the announcement, pasting it in there, and it's going to read the flyer for you. I believe AI is perfectly fine for announcement stories, for pre-events, however, not for posts. Okay, so it did not say cowgirls. So we're just going to ask it to add it. And we should get a new version here. And we got it right in the header. So we're going to take her name real quick. I'm going to find a photo of her. Well, unless it wants to be a pain. And we'll just do this. I'm not going to run their flyer because they didn't pay for it. We do run flyers. Flyers run $35 a week, I think, or maybe 50. I'm not 100%. I think they're 50. So we run it one time, the flyer or the information, and then the sales reps read this, and their job is to contact whomever we have in here, and one, if they're not signed up to the newsletter, sign them up, and second, pitch them. So I'm just going to run over here real quick and hunt a photo of this local Texas music artist. And I'm just looking for a generic photo of her. That's her. That's a small picture. Let's see what we can do to find a better. Ooh. I think that's a little more tasteful, maybe. Y'all are kind of gonna get my opinions. Oh yeah, that's a bigger one too. Never understood that stuff, but that's all right. It's not for me. All right, so back here we're gonna go ahead and add an image. Drop her in there, and we're done. And we're gonna let that think while we go and do the next thing. Franklin Independent, Franklin Food Pantry. All right, these are my favorite kind of ones. That's cute. Oh, that's cuter. Okay. This is going to be a generic one. So we'll take it. And again, reading is fundamental, guys. You got to read what you're asking ChatGPT to do. We're going to run this out as submitted. Remember, people don't read really long articles, so we're going to do 150 words. And we're going to submit it. While that's going on, you guys can't see my Photoshop, but I'm going to crop this down. I do not have photo cut lines for this, unfortunately. And we're going to run back over here. Okay, Juanita, why didn't you go in the hole? It may not be a supported file type. That's okay. We can fix that too. Oh, yeah, that was the problem. So it doesn't like WEP files. So I changed that to a JPEG or a PNG. No big deal. There we go. Juanita is now in her place. And while we're doing that, we will run out the next one we're in the middle of. There's Juanita. Okay. And we're going to take a minute. We're going to read this thing as soon as I paste it in. I really only have minor changes typically to make. This is in Georgia. When I do stories, it's actually in a serif font. And I'm going to sit here and prepare all of it and then read it. Okay. Perfect. We're good. Okay, you see how the ads are already laid out so that as I go, as I put stuff in, legitimately it's going to move things around. This typically goes a lot faster, but obviously I'm slowing down for, alright, here's a Thanksgiving dinner. Alright, I don't know. Who's putting on this Thanksgiving dinner?
It's like a community thing.
Okay. Out of Hearn?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, sometimes getting some background doesn't hurt. Trying to figure out what's going on. Alright, we're going to run this up as a 300 because I'm going to do a lot of work to this thing. We can get a generic photo. Photos are very important, guys. You can get a generic Thanksgiving photo if you belong to Adobe stock, or if not, just look for free stuff, man. Don't go crazy. Where's the garage? I've never heard of that. Okay, that's all good. Okay, so we have our story. So the reason I leave my name on here is so that they actually know who to call in some cases when if they have questions. Uh, since I'm the one that actually put it in here, uh, if it's one of those kind of stories or pieces that you know people may have questions for, then I want them to be able to call me, talk to me about it. All right, so we're going to grab a generic Thanksgiving Day photo. Free. Read them. Crap. Don't want that. I want food. Not Getty. Getty will get you. There we go. I am a member of Adobe stock. I just don't want to waste it. Shutterstock will get you. I said free. Why do you guys keep giving me this stuff? Pinterest? Nope. What's that? Nope. It's Adobe. PNG tree is fine. They're actually free. Open image in new tab. Run over here. That's big enough. It's a good enough photo for me. It is a JPEG, so it's going to paste right in. Images and ads break the newsletter up. Okay, let me make that one a little bigger. So what I'll do is I will take the padding, the blank space around it, drop it into 3. And I'm going to run this up just a little bit to kind of get with the copy. There we go. Looks good. Alright, we're done with that. Ooh, I keep getting a bunch of junk today. There's an announcement. Announcements can be all kinds of things. But this one's going to be a little bigger on this one. Notice that it says, "Good morning, Robertson County." None of that's going to matter in about 10 seconds. Now, this is going to be one of those creative layouts because I want to show you creative layouts too. So, we're going to run a header. Okay. I want you to be able to see that there's a lot of different ways you can put this thing together. Okay. I'm going to run that little image right there. So we have header, image, and copy. So we run over here, and let's start with the header. I'm sorry, what?
I'm going to cross behind you.
Okay. Veronica is now going to cross behind me quickly. And the reason I used this layout is because this logo is huge. But it's not that important, and it's going to look cooler like this. So now I'm going to take this chunk right here, and you're thinking, "Oh, dude, this looks terrible like that." You're right, it does, but hold on, because we're not done yet. We're going to make it look like a newspaper layout. That's going to about here. Yeah. This is like the best you can get with this, really, but I'm gonna take that right there. This takes a little tweaking, but I actually like doing it. Okay, now we're going to kill the padding. Getting better. Just tighten it up a little bit. Hang out the space. And that looks cool. You can deal with that. Okay. So, that takes a little longer to do, but I think it's cool. School districts. Ooh, there we go. This can be a photo cut line. But there's nothing wrong with photo cut lines, man. I'm telling you, they are faster and people like them. This has a lot more information in it, so we're going to jack this one a little bit. Okay, and it's going to fix all the little problems. We got the photo already. So we're going to run this down here and split this ad. As you can see, we're starting to get fewer between because you don't really need to pile in everything you have. The reason for that is this email, when it gets sent to me or sent to you, will break in half, and Google is only going to show you half of it. And there's a button you have to click at the very bottom of it that says see the rest of it. So once you get so far down, they're not seeing it without clicking that button. And we keep at the top this right here. So I'll give you a second to read that. Okay, because we want them to be able to see the bottom of the email too. Now this photo is too dark, so excuse me while I do this. So quick fix, boom. Ah, much better. Okay, back to it. Let's see. So this is going to be an announcement as well. Because I gave an announcement command, it remembers the last command I gave, but I did a photo cut line, so I'm wrong. So we're going to use an announcement. You're thinking, wow, there's not a whole lot to this one. You're right, there's not. But let me fix this. Let's see if I can make it. There we go. But AI will read this flyer and give me just enough. And it may be too many words. I don't know. I'm going to read it. By the way, if I don't pause and read, guys, I read and work at the same time, so it's kind of goofy. Dates in there, correct. Okay, this is going to be a non-photo one because I don't have anything. Well, I do, but I don't want to go dig it up. Kind of not in the mood. Okay, so we're just going to make it. Not everyone has to have the photo, but as you can see, it stands out better with them. Sorry, I get to thinking and forget to talk. More Franklin. There we go. Now this one we may run the flyer too, and I'll show you what I do when I do that. But we know we did a photo, or did we do announcement? Yeah. Okay, so it's going to do the same thing, rinse and repeat. Let me see, while that's working. We trimmed down a lot of stuff to make it all kind of fit, you know, so that the newsletter's not too long. Sometimes there's a lot of stuff for this thing, sometimes there's not, sometimes there's stories we've written. I'm in the middle of one right now that's not going to make it, unfortunately. Really wanted it to, but that's part of the fun of this. Is literally we have tomorrows. So if you know something doesn't make it today, it's not like our newspapers where we only have a week. We actually have tomorrow. Now we're done, but we still have some room and we can split some ads. So let me make this bigger, and then let me kill off the padding. There we go. That's going to make it fit better. I think what we're going to do is drop something between here. So all I'll do is copy this. Yeah. Because right now we don't have anything for any other school in here, and we do have other stuff. Ah, perfect. Now this I like, and it's a pretty cool looking flyer. So don't know if they used AI on this one, which is cool. So this is also an announcement, but we're going to make it bigger. So we're going to turn it into this, a submitted article. You'll see the command. I'll go slow enough here where you can read it. Okay. We have enough on this thing to make it 200 words. And we're going to let it work. Then, because it's really cool, and because I like it, I'm going to throw that whole flyer in here. And you're thinking, well, why would they read the article? Well, they do. They read it all. People love this thing. See, and it's a good story. Let's read it. Forth. La la la. Okay, we're good. You're thinking I read fast. I don't. I'm scanning. I'm scanning. Does it get me in trouble? Every once in a while. Often enough to make a difference? Not really. Okay, we're good on that one. Fast. The idea. I have to reply to this. Somebody else doing a newsletter sending me a question. All right, I love these. These are my favorite. So we get a lot of stuff from the FFAs, 4-H's, and that kind of stuff. You know how you guys get a bunch of that stuff and wonder what you can do with it all? Well, here's where it can all go every day of the week until the cows come home. I meant that as a joke, but I'm also not joking. These guys made a barbecue pit or something. Looks cool. Very groovy. Chimenea. Okay. Let's just whip that chimenea in here. Okay, I'm going to have to hit pause. Let me finish this one. Where do we want to stick it? Let's put it after Brindley. Because I actually have one on my phone that I have to go get. So we're going to just have to wait while I get it fixed and sent to myself. And so just checking names. We're good. Hello. Hello, young people. Okay, so we're good right now. I'm not done yet, so I'm just gonna pause. I gotta get something off my phone and write it up real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that built. I got my new one done, and I actually like it enough because it's a local report that we're just going to make it the lead. So we're going to start here and put in our paragraph. Having one of those mornings already, I can tell. Now we have a couple of pictures. So what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to go top and bottom. And I've not written these yet, but I'm about to. So give me about half a second. Be right back. Okay, so we got that done. Our lead's in place. Everything looks good. Now, I'm going to run over here and let you see my command list again, because at the very top is actually not a command. This is my editing for my Facebook post. So I do it all at one time. So I'm going to copy this headline and I'm going to replace this one. And I can do this in any order I want. It does not matter at all. This is just for a Facebook post, automated post. Well, that's no fun. I catch typos and mistakes pretty quick, and sometimes I don't catch them at all. That's not good, but I caught that one, so that's good. Oh, let's run this in there. That's kind of an entertainment thing. Doesn't hurt. He's also an advertiser. Right? You guys know what I mean by that. Never hurts. Little free shout outs and, Alright, now have that done. So, one quick scroll. Make sure I'm not catching up any lines. I don't like double lines. I don't like it when there's holes. It looks like I missed something. That's why I don't do it. Alright, we're going to save and exit. We're good there. Newsletter's done, but we still have to come in down here and we're going to edit this post. Now notice that it took all of that out. We're going to get rid of the old photos, and it's just got today's date, and yep, that just reminded us that we have to fix that. We're going to go and copy this, and then I'm going to close this so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm editing the post, and notice that it's already changed all of this. When I went to edit the message, it took out all the old stuff. And then I'm just pasting in my copy, and I'm going to go through and add some images. So that's cool. I'm not going to do a bunch. I'm just going to do 2, 3, something like that. When you see the file size is too big, and that's fine. You don't have to use, you can use whatever you want. Just stuff to catch people's attention is what I'm after. Cool. We're going to save the message, making sure we're at the right place. Remember, I have multiples, so alright, we're going to send it, and away it goes, and it's out about 19 minutes early, and I didn't correct that. Oops, dang it, I forgot. Once it's gone, it's gone. Can't do nothing about it. Okay, so that's fun. It happens. What I'm waiting for is for it to come in, because it will email to me. I want you to know that you have the ability to send test emails before you send it out, so you can send it to your publisher, you can have it sent to you before it goes out. Just be diligent and remember that there's a reason we set this at 9 o'clock in the morning. You may want it to go out by 8 o'clock in the morning. You may want to do it the night before and schedule it. You can do all of that stuff with MailChimp. It's fine. But pick a time, be consistent, and don't waver. Okay? There it is. So it's come in. Alright, and let's see how far down it goes. If you see formatting errors, make note of it for the next day to figure out what you got to do to fix it. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, okay? Made it to What's for Lunch, which is pretty good because they're going to click view entire message to be able to see the What's for Lunch stuff, I promise. And What's for Lunch is being goofy. That's great. I need to really rethink on how I'm going to do that. That's fine. So really all they're not getting, they're getting all the news, and they will click on What's for Lunch. They will click to see that. So that's good. Notice that our subject line has that nice typo in it. That's cool. We fixed it here, but we didn't get it there, so we missed it in one spot. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. All right. Garbage. That's it. That's it on this side of it. Pretty easy to create, to maintain. We do, actually, did I already close it? Let's see, I probably already closed it. I was going to show you, I did already close it. But if you go to our website, you will see that there is an archive of these. You can go to robconews.com/ I'll pull it up so that I don't get it wrong, but I think it says daily update. Let me give you the URL, even if I'm doing it in just telling you. So it's new, robconews.com/newsletter. There's a button there that says Daily News Archive, and it will show them the last 10 or 15. I'm not sure. I haven't been there in a while, but it's an auto feed. Well, it looks like it's showing all the way back to the 9th of October, so it's a month worth. It's 30 days worth, which is cool, or 30, 25, whatever. It's a lot. The point is you can click on all of these and go all the way back. We actually have access to all of them from all the way to the beginning, volume 1, number 1. The way I've set it up is we will flip volume numbers at the first of the year. It's just a marker. It's kind of neat because, believe me, you're getting a lot more volume numbers and issue numbers than you do in the paper. This is 5 times a week. Consistency is the key, and keeping it front of mind of your sales reps, guys. I mean, really, it's like anything else. If you want to grow something, people have to keep talking about it. So that's it. I'm going to edit this video, and I will see you guys someday soon.